I kept you in every time zone. The global journey of Princess Leonor of Spain. At 3:47 a.m. Madrid time, while most of her peers were sound asleep, Princess Leonor of Spain was wide awake in her dormitory at UWC Atlantic College in Wales, video calling her younger sister Sofia, who was just finishing dinner in the Spanish capital. The heir to the Spanish throne had learned to keep her loved ones close across continents and time zones, a skill that would become essential as she prepared for a life that would stretch across global responsibilities. This wasn't just a sister's late-night conversation, it was a glimpse into the complex reality of a future queen learning to navigate a world where duty knows no borders, and where keeping connections alive requires more than just good intentions. The princess who bridges worlds. Princess Leonor, born Leonor de Todos los Santos de Borbón y Ortiz on October 31, 2005, has spent her 18 years of life straddling multiple worlds. As the eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she carries the weight of centuries-old traditions while simultaneously embodying Spain's modern aspirations on the global stage. But perhaps what makes her story most compelling isn't the crown that awaits her, it's how she's learned to maintain human connections across the vast distances that royal duty demands. The phrase, "I kept you in every time zone," might seem like a line from a romantic song, but for Princess Leonor, it represents something far more profound. The art of staying present in the lives of those who matter most, regardless of where in the world her responsibilities take her. From her early years in Madrid's Zarzuela Palace to her current studies at one of the world's most prestigious international schools in Wales, Leonor has mastered the delicate balance of being everywhere and nowhere at once. A childhood split between duty and normalcy. Growing up as the heir apparent to the Spanish throne, Princess Leonor's childhood was anything but ordinary, yet her parents made extraordinary efforts to provide her and her sister Sofia with as normal an upbringing as possible. The two sisters, born just 2 years apart, became each other's anchors in a world where every public appearance was scrutinized and every educational choice carried political implications. Their relationship was forged in the unique crucible of royal life, where ordinary sibling dynamics played out against the backdrop of state ceremonies and official portraits. While Sofia, born in 2007, would never carry the same constitutional weight as her elder sister, their bond became the emotional foundation that would later help them navigate the challenges of separation when duty called Leonor away from home. The sisters attended Santa Maria de los Rosales School in Madrid together, the same institution where their father had studied decades earlier. Here, they experienced something approaching normalcy: homework struggles, friendship dramas, and the universal challenges of adolescence. Yet even in these formative years, Leonor was being prepared for a different kind of future. While Sofia could dream of becoming a veterinarian or an artist, Leonor's path was already mapped out in constitutional documents and centuries of precedent. The weight of the crown across continents. When Princess Leonor turned 18 in October 2023, she didn't just come of age, she officially entered the line of succession with all the responsibilities that entails. But unlike previous generations of Spanish royals, who could expect to fulfill their duties primarily within the borders of their kingdom, Leonor is preparing for a reign that will be inherently global. Modern monarchy requires a different kind of presence. Where once a king or queen might rule from a single palace, today's constitutional monarchs must be cultural ambassadors, economic advocates, and diplomatic bridges. They must understand not just their own people, but the complex web of international relationships that define modern governance. For Leonor, this has meant learning to think in multiple time zones simultaneously, understanding that a decision made in Madrid at noon might affect Spanish businesses in New York, diplomatic relations in Beijing, or cultural exchanges in Buenos Aires. Her education at UWC Atlantic College in Wales was chosen specifically for its international character. The school brings together students from over 150 countries, creating a microcosm of the global community Leonor will one day serve. But this choice also meant leaving behind the comfort of daily life with Sofia, trading sisterly conversations over breakfast for rushed video calls scheduled around different academic timetables. Sofia, the sister who stays grounded. While much attention focuses on Princess Leonor's preparation for future queenship, her younger sister Sofia plays an equally crucial role in the royal family's dynamics. Born Sofia de Todos los Santos de Borbón y Ortiz, she represents both the continuity and the freedom that comes with being second in line to the throne. Sofia's personality complements her sister's in remarkable ways. Where Leonor has been shaped by the knowledge of her future responsibilities, developing a measured public demeanor and diplomatic instincts, Sofia retains a spontaneity and directness that often provides the emotional authenticity their relationship needs. She's the one who remembers to ask about Leonor's friends when they talk across time zones, who shares gossip from school, and who keeps their connection rooted in sisterhood rather than protocol. The age gap between the sisters, while small in years, has become more significant as they've entered their teenage years. Sophia is experiencing the typical challenges of adolescence while watching her sister navigate increasingly adult responsibilities. She attends official events with growing frequency, but always with the knowledge that the spotlight will eventually move on to other focuses, while for Leonor, public attention will be a lifelong reality. Yet their bond has only strengthened through separation. Friends of the family note that the sisters' relationship has matured from typical sibling rivalry to a deep mutual support system. Leonor seeks Sophia's perspective on decisions that will affect both their futures, while Sophia takes pride in her sister's accomplishments and defends her fiercely when critics question royal traditions or constitutional monarchy itself. The technology of royal connection. In an age where technology has revolutionized how we maintain relationships across distances, Princess Leonor and Sophia have become masters of digital connection. Their relationship illustrates how modern royalty adapts ancient institutions to contemporary realities, using everything from encrypted messaging apps to carefully scheduled video calls to maintain the intimacy that physical distance threatens to erode. The phrase, "I kept you in every time zone," takes on literal meaning when you consider Leonor's typical day. Her morning might begin with a text from Sophia sharing news from Madrid, continue with classes alongside classmates from Asia and Africa, include evening study sessions coordinated with friends across Europe, and end with a late-night call home that catches Sophia just after school. She's learned to think in multiple time zones simultaneously, not just as a practical skill but as an emotional necessity. This technological intimacy extends beyond the sisters to encompass the entire royal family. King Felipe and Queen Letizia have had to adapt their parenting style to accommodate their eldest daughter's increasing independence and geographic distance. Family dinners now often include a laptop propped up at the table, with Leonor joining virtually from Wales. Birthday celebrations are hybrid affairs, with one daughter physically present and the other participating through carefully planned video connections. The royal household has had to develop new protocols for these digital interactions. Security concerns mean that the princesses can't use standard consumer platforms for their communications. Instead, they rely on encrypted, government-approved systems that ensure their privacy while maintaining the constant connection that modern family life demands. It's a reality that previous generations of royals could never have imagined, maintaining family bonds through technology while navigating the eternal challenges of royal duty. Education is preparation for global leadership. Princess Leonor's educational journey reflects the evolving nature of royal preparation in the 21st century. Her choice to attend UWC Atlantic College wasn't just about receiving an excellent education, it was about learning to lead in a world where national boundaries are increasingly fluid and leadership requires cultural competency on a global scale. The International Baccalaureate program she's completing emphasizes critical thinking, cultural understanding, and service to others. Her fellow students come from backgrounds that span the globe's economic, cultural, and political spectrum. She's learned alongside the children of diplomats and refugees, tech entrepreneurs and subsistence farmers, creating a network of relationships that will serve her well when she eventually assumes the throne. But perhaps more importantly, her time at UWC has taught her how to maintain her Spanish identity while embracing a global perspective. She's learned to explain Spanish culture to classmates who've never visited Europe, to understand how Spain is perceived in different parts of the world, and to articulate why constitutional monarchy remains relevant in the modern era. Her academic focus has included modern languages, international relations, and sustainable development, subjects that reflect the challenges future monarchs will face. Climate change doesn't respect national borders, economic crises spread globally within hours, and cultural misunderstandings can escalate into international incidents. Leonor's education is preparing her not just to reign over Spain, but to represent Spain intelligently and effectively in an interconnected world. The modern royal dilemma. Princess Leonor's story embodies the central challenge facing monarchy in the 21st century. How to maintain the traditions and stability that give royal institutions their value while adapting to a world that changes faster than ever before. Her relationship with Sophia serves as a microcosm of this larger challenge, demonstrating how personal connections can survive and even strengthen despite the demands of public duty. The traditional model of royal preparation involved isolation from ordinary life, extensive protocol training, and gradual assumption of ceremonial duties within one's own country. But Leonor's generation of royals faces different expectations. They must be globally minded while locally rooted, technologically savvy while traditionally grounded, personally authentic while publicly diplomatic. Critics of monarchy often point to its inherent inequalities and outdated assumptions about hereditary leadership.